5 years ago, California saw mask mandates. Businesses closed, people told not to gather at schools or churches. We were dealing with the impacts of the COVID-19 outbreak. And Governor Newsom asked people to do their part to protect each other from the virus.
And I want to just acknowledge that and recognize that perfect rarely is on the menu. And people are doing their best under extraordinary circumstances.
And now, in a matter of weeks, we expect to see a report on what the Newsom administration did right and what they got wrong. Thanks for joining us here tonight at 7. I'm Curtis May.
And I'm Edie Lambert. KCRA3's Capitol correspondent Ashley Zavala explains what we can expect and why Governor Newsom is doing this now.
None of us have really reviewed in an objective way. It's all through the lens of politics. What we did right and what we did wrong.
Governor Gavin Newsom revealing he'll soon release a report on his administration's response to COVID-19. Newsom was the face of California's pandemic response that became known for shutting down schools and businesses and creating vaccine and masking requirements to stop the spread of the virus. The governor told conservative-leaning podcaster Sean Ryan about the report when asked about vaccine mandates.
We're interviewing people that vehemently disagree with us, that oppose the mask mandates, that oppose the stay-at-home orders, people that are international experts. We're stress testing our entire process. Coulda, shoulda, woulda.
Newsom's office told KCRA3 Monday the report has been in the works for years, with the state's Health and Human Services Agency gathering the information with help from unnamed independent experts. The report is expected to be about 1,000 pages long.
So with humility, seriously, humility and grace, I've asked them to have that report done. It's going to be done next month. And it'll be the only state that I know of that is putting out a truly objective review of what went right and what went wrong.
It appears to be an attempt to try to rewrite history, in a sense.
Republican Congressman Kevin Kiley was one of 2 lawmakers who sued the governor during the pandemic, claiming he overused his executive power.
And we have seen very negative repercussions that linger to this day when it comes to our students falling behind in school, when it comes to small businesses that have closed permanently, that were really community treasures that aren't there anymore, when it comes to the mental health and development of our young people. And at the end of the day, you got to ask the question, what good did it do? Obviously, the governor is doing everything he can to position himself to run for president, and he probably knows that this is something that is going to come under a great deal of scrutiny. Why is it that California was closing beaches and closing schools and banning outdoor dining when no other state in the country was doing it? So maybe this is an attempt to get out in front of that.
We'll see what the report says in August. In Sacramento, Ashley Zavala, KCRA3 News.